Hi guys, I hope you're doing awesome. Welcome on this new video. Today I'm so excited to tell you about the reality of building a business in the horse industry. Why is my nose scratchy? So most people look at life on socials and they're like, oh my god, these people live such an incredible lifestyle, which we do. We travel a lot, we get to see incredible horses, we meet incredible customers. We have a crazy network. Like if you look at my phones, I think I have the number of 5 billionaires, which I probably wouldn't if it wasn't for the horse industry. But my point is, we live a life that is backed by an incredible intensity of hard work and a deep work ethic, and nothing else but horses. So in the last, I would say, month and a half, I've been to several countries. I travel a lot. In the last 2 years, I've been to 26 countries, and I get to build an incredible business. I go show to show, I get to attend VIPs, I get to speak with some of the best riders in the world. Last week I was with a client. We went to try 17 different horses in 3 different countries. We attended the stable of some incredible 5-star riders and people that I would have queued to have an autograph from when I was a child. But my point is, it's amazing. But it's really long days. It's really hard work. Like when we travel with a client, we start the day at 5, we finish at 9. It's always very intense. And now I'm back home in the south of France, enjoying the summer, working really hard, recording videos, working on marketing, catching up with customers, planning vettings. Like it never stops. And I maybe take half a day off once a week. But what I'm trying to say is that you can't make it in this sport unless you grind. None of the big riders take days off. You don't really see that happening unless you're someone that already has a huge amount of capital, and still you don't really have the possibility of taking much time off because it is a very demanding sport, and on a business end, it is a very demanding business. On top of that, the barriers are absolutely huge. People are skeptical. You have to really deliver a very strong product or service like we do. And your reputation is everything. So if you don't really take care of that, your brand, your vision, the results that you have, customer care, all that, you're screwed. It's really important to think long term and to provide a really high value to people. And I think that this is something that we've been really strong at doing so far. And it's really something you have to understand if you want to get into this sport, is that it takes a humongous work ethic. Some of my favorite parts about my job is how cool it is. Like, going to a restaurant with clients, like, when people spend 200,000 euros on a horse, you go to some decent places to eat. You discover really cool locations. You go to really nice stables. You're on the road a lot. Like, to give you an example, last year I went to India for 5 weeks to visit clients. I went to Colombia 2 years ago to visit customers. I gave a speech in China under 2024 at an equestrian conference. Or this year I was 3 months in Sunshine Tour in south of Spain. I went to Croatia, Hungary. I was just in Jordan visiting customers. Just always on the go. This weekend I was in Paris at the Global Champions Tour. 2 weekends ago I was in Cannes. In 2 weekends I'm most likely going to Monte Carlo. So it is super exciting. It is a business of people. I become friends with most clients that I have because I genuinely love them. I genuinely love what I do. I'm obsessed with what it is that I'm building. And I think that this is something that you have to live as a lifestyle. You cannot be successful in horses if you don't make it your life. And for some people, it's probably too much. For me, it's good. I monetize talking about ponies. This is the greatest thing that could have ever happened to me. At school, I was the girl that spoke too much, and I was also the horse girl. I merged both of these and monetized it. Welcome. But yeah, it's a super intense but super exciting life. One question is, what percentage of my time involves horses? So I would say that right now, I'm probably in office about 70% of my time and traveling 30% of my time. It depends. That's suppose last week. Week before, I was in office 1 day and I traveled 6 out of 7 days. Week before that, I was in office 3 days, traveled 4 days. So it's always, and I never know where I'm going next. Like right now, it's the 22nd of June. I have no idea if I'm taking a trip next week. And you also have to have enough flexibility. I was supposed to be in Madrid last week with a client, tried a horse, vetted it the day before we went on the trip. In the end, we didn't go on that trip. So it's really important to have that flexible mindset to be able to say, okay, it's fine. we move on. You see? You know, we have the mindset of being able to take in events, analyze them, comprehend them, and say, okay, this is what happened, we move on. I would say that the other biggest thing about this is it's a very tiring job mentally. So you have to be very, very strong, and you have to have the resilience to say, hey, this happened, it's fine, I understand it, it's not a big deal. Sometimes you do get your hopes up, whether it's sales, whether it's the deal closing where you're about to make 50 grand because you sold a horse for 500k and all of a sudden it doesn't work. A few weeks ago, we had a trial for 900,000 and I was all over the moon with it. I was like, yeah, this is it. We're closing a big deal. Super exciting. Gonna make 90,000. Nope, we made 0 because that horse didn't pass the vetting. It didn't reach the standard that our customer wanted, so we didn't close the deal. So I think the mindset around that is super important. Another example, we hit our biggest month in January. We sold a lot of very, very nice horses. And then February was a lot more quiet and March was a lot more quiet. And then things picked up genuinely in April, May, and now June is humongous. But it's like, it's almost like this roller coaster going up and down. And if you don't have the capacity of staying strong when you're in a low, you're screwed. Because this is the reality of the market. Good clients are hard to find. Clients in general shop with everybody. So you also have to have a lot of luck on your side, and you have to create that luck by working on a lot of different people. You have to create that luck by grinding, by scouting more than others, by being on the phone a lot more. You really have to be out there. Entrepreneurship is literally a lifestyle. And what surprised me the most about it is how hard it is. I mean, honestly, I knew it was going to be hard, but I never knew it was going to be that challenging to tell myself, hey, keep going. Because there's days where it's like, so difficult. However, it's so much fun. I love what I do. And on the days that are good, you have to enjoy the highs, but you also have to enjoy the lows because it teaches you so much about yourself. In the end, what entrepreneurship teaches you is that the end is not the goal. The journey is the goal. Learning, meeting people, getting satisfaction from customers that are happy, seeing yourself win every single day. Because if you really look at it, you win on a daily basis. Small wins are what matters. It's not the big deal. It's not the big viral video. It's the clients coming and saying, I vouch for you. Even if they find their horse somewhere else, them saying, hey, you're so professional. I love what you're doing. This is great. This motivates me. When I have a client tag me on a story on Instagram saying, hey, clear round. This is super meaningful. Or like this weekend, I was just with customers that bought a horse last year. The horse just won a 150 class. I went and hung out with them. We had sushi in Paris. That part of it is so meaningful because you genuinely create that connection with this person that means the absolute world. What's harder than expected is resistance from the market when you build something, or how much people will stab you in the back. That's probably the hardest part of building a business. But what's easier than expected is perhaps how loved what I do is by my clients. They adore me for what I do, and they really appreciate all the details that I put into my work. And I think that this is the standard that we want to create at scale. People love what we do. Most people do. And I think that this is genuinely what is easier than it could be. What a normal day looks like in my life. First off, 6 liters of coffee a day. If it's not coffee, it's matcha. I love to work from coffee shops or work from home with a very good coffee. I grind every single day, but most days I'll log on my laptop, open, see what new leads we have, reach out to new clients, follow up on existing vettings, things that we're working on, planning vet checks, planning trials, just keeping up with the calendar, tuning in with my team. I call Devillia most days in the morning. I'm like, hey, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? Like, to give you an example, this morning I showed up, started work around 10:30. I call Clarissa, who had trials today. I text Devillia, hey, what's up with this? What's up with that? Like, the team has a lot of flexibility, which is really cool. I tune in with Joe to know what's happening with the news of the week with the market so I can create content. And now I'm here shooting content, followed up on a lot of different clients. Then I'm going to go on the lunch break, and after my lunch break, I'm probably going to work on sales most of the afternoon, put out little fires because there's also a lot of little fires in business, make sure that I have the right amount of content going out there, make sure that I have my strategy for the week in terms of content, my stories, my scouting stories, that I also have my team call being planned, keeping people motivated, having good leadership. Like that's what most days in office look like. And then of course, when we go try horses, you're just on the road, trying horses one after the other, making sure things are rolling, and just, yeah, it never stops. And what nobody speaks about is how the mental aspect of how you feel impacts your results. And I think that's a big one. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, you'll have very, very, very difficult time, and you just have to keep pushing and keep fighting and keep believing. And mental health is everything. And when my mental health is not doing good, or when I'm having a mental crisis, and when I'm like, oh my God, how should I handle the situation? I think having a very, very good support is really important. Having personal space is very important. Believing in yourself is really important. And doing things that make you happy. When I don't feel good or when I'm drained, riding horses brings more joy to my life. So some days I may be less involved with the business and I may have to take more care of myself while still pushing as much as possible. I think that's a big one. And the other thing is imposter syndrome when you're an entrepreneur. At least most people deal with it, and that's something that I have dealt with, or I could deal with in certain moments of my life, is a big one. Am I worthy of this? Am I worthy of these results? And once you start to understand that you're worthy of it, if you put hard work, if this is your dream, if this is in your head, you can make it a reality, you can manifest those results, then anything is possible and you're limitless. But everything comes down, again, to hard work, believing in yourself, and pushing those results. At the moment, you guys, we're kicking ass, and I'm enjoying saying it. We're absolutely kicking ass. We're selling horses in so many different places. I just closed a really nice sale of a 7-year-old, which I'm so excited about. I have some great vettings, so many cool things happening, and I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait for all the exciting things that are happening for the company, because we're doing better than ever. So that's it for me. See you soon. Have a great week. Don't forget to follow us on socials, follow me on this new channel, and see you guys later. Bye.